The red and blue lights painted our white porch like some kind of broken rainbow. 3 police cars idling at the curb, neighbors poking up behind their hedges with phones already out, hungry for a scandal. There's Brenda Lawson, HOA president, arms crossed so tight you'd think she was holding the whole block together by sheer force of will, glaring at my wife. That's her, Brenda says, chin lifted, voice sharp as fresh-cut glass. She's aggressive. She refuses our rules. Do your job. Sarah stands on the top step, hands open at her sides, calm, steady, unbothered, wearing a gray hoodie, old jeans, sneakers she's had since college, no makeup, her dark hair pulled back in a ponytail so tight it could stop a clock. She looks like any other tired mom on a Tuesday night. But trust me, the HOA doesn't know Sarah like I do. They don't know why she's so calm, how her eyes can stay gentle and still when the whole world's barking orders at her. The officer out front, kid can't be more than 22, looks jittery, thumb brushing his belt like he's waiting for things to go sideways. Ma'am, he says, trying to sound in charge. We got a call about threats and disorderly conduct at the HOA meeting. Need to see some ID. The other officer clicks on his body cam. A little beep that pierces the crowd's hush. People are whispering. Brenda's smirk is about as subtle as a hornet. Our dog Daisy presses against my knee, whimpering. Sarah's voice is soft. Officer, I'll show you my ID. But first, let's get your sergeant out here. The rookie insists, ma'am, ID. Now. He steps forward, flashlight beam right in Sarah's face. She doesn't even blink. Her hand inches toward her back pocket. You'll want to call it in, she says, and she means it. Brenda lets out a brittle laugh, thinking Sarah's playing at something. But when Sarah reaches for her wallet, I know what's coming. I know how fast nights like this can unravel, even if you're right, especially if you're right. I want to yell, everyone slow down. But before I can say anything, she opens her leather holder, flips the flap. The world sort of holds its breath. But let me back up a sec. 3 months earlier, we moved in on a warm afternoon, carrying boxes up these very steps. The only sound the wind chimes, and the little slap of sneakers on wood. Nice street, maples lining the block, kids on scooters. That glossy HOA sign out front promised peace, order, pride. I guess we could use a little peace, I thought. I work remote, software guy. Sarah's job keeps her crossing the state at all hours, never home the same days twice. Nobody knew right off what she did for work. Wasn't a secret, just that Sarah liked being just Sarah. She liked waving from the mailbox, handing out popsicles when it was hot, standing in line at the post office like anybody else. First to say hi was Mr. Jenkins, silver-haired, big smile, retired school bus driver. Shows up with brownies and a handshake. You'll like it here, he tells us. Mostly, folks are kind. Only thing you gotta worry about is the grass. Let it go, and they'll send a letter, not a hit squad. He winks. And sure enough, first HOA letter shows up taped to our mailbox. Blue painter's tape, smiley face at the top. Welcome, it says, then right underneath. Mailbox not approved model. Please replace with standard type C in 10 days. There's a picture of this standard box, nearly identical to ours except for a plastic flag on the other side. I groan. It's a mailbox, not a missile. Sarah just laughs. Let's not start a fight. We'll swap it. Keep this simple. That night, we eat brownies with Jenkins and talk pizza joints. Sarah asks about his ramp. He just pats his knees and laughs. That little ramp makes me brave. A few days later, second letter. Unapproved decoration, little free library box. Remove or apply for approval. Sarah built that box with our daughter Ava, painted it red, filled it with kids' books, little sign. Take a book, leave a book. Sarah emails for the form, sends photos, offers to match the trim to the neighborhood style, does it all by the book. Nothing for days. Then, third letter. Grass exceeds 2.5 inches. Mow within 48 hours. So now we're standing in the yard with a ruler, laughing at the absurdity. That's how they do it, Jenkins says. Feels small, but it adds up. First HOA meeting. Folding chairs, stale cookies, sign on the wall, neighbors first. Brenda at the front with her bell-clear voice and claws for nails, reading off rules, then complaints. Unapproved library box at 19 Maple. Noise from a car leaving late. Unapproved commercial vehicle in driveway. Sarah stays calm, never says what she does for work, just promises to move the car. After the meeting, Brenda says, rules are rules. Without rules, chaos. Sarah just smiles. My wife's a fan of order, I tell Brenda. Not the kind that bruises, I don't say. After that, the letters and fines kept rolling in, library box, string lights after Ava's first A in math, tiny sunflower patch by the mailbox. Brenda's emails always sweet, always stern. We simply cannot allow one-off exceptions. Imagine if everyone did what they wanted, she wrote. Imagine if everyone tried to be a little kind. Sarah muttered as we planted another sunflower, this time in a pot, so we could move it when the next letter came. Then, Jenkins gets a letter. Ramp's gotta go, 7 days. He's on our porch, letter shaking in his hand. I can't do stairs. I can barely do breakfast. Sarah reads the paper, looks at him like he's family. I'll talk at the meeting, she says. That night, things get heated, people shouting about grass and fences. Sarah stands. A ramp's not a decoration, it's dignity. I ask you to see the man, not the rule. Brenda just says, we'll consider it. But fairness matters. We can't let feelings decide. Sarah answers, feelings make us human, and sometimes rules are wrong. Some folks clap. Brenda cuts it off. We go home, eat ice cream because that's what you do when your heart hurts. Next day, registered mail, notice of fine, intent to lien. Brenda's signature is sharp as a knife at the bottom. We kept mowing, kept moving the car, kept filling the library with books, and playing cards on Jenkins' porch. Kids left notes in the library. Thank you for the dragon book. I like the cat on page 6. Those notes kept us believing we weren't crazy. July 4th, flags everywhere, barbecue smoke in the air. Brenda walks by, clipboard in hand. Sarah just shrugs, says, I don't trust her calm. That night, the fuse is lit. Mandatory HOA meeting for open violations. Board action if absent. Jenkins calls, can't sit in those chairs long, but I'll try. Sarah says, you stay home. I'll read your note. The meeting's tense, board packed tight, Brenda not smiling. Sarah speaks for us, for Jenkins, for everyone tired of rules that forget people. Someone shouts, rules are rules. Sarah answers, rules should protect people, not punish kindness. Brenda slams the table. Enough. You are out of order. She tells security to remove Sarah. Even though security's just 2 teens handing out water. Brenda dials her phone, whispers, we have a threat. We leave before they can vote. Sirens follow us home. Back on the porch, the same broken rainbow of lights. Brenda on the corner pointing at our house. The rookie's voice shakes. Ma'am, ID. This time, Sarah doesn't argue. She opens her wallet. Badge flashes in the porch light. Every phone leans in. The rookie's eyes go wide. Brenda freezes, not sure what she's seeing. Officer, Sarah says, I am hands where you can see them. The rookie's training and fear have a little wrestling match inside him, and fear wins. He steps up, cuffs out. I want to yell, she's on your side. But Sarah shoots me a look. Don't breathe, let me handle this. The click of cuffs is loud as a gunshot. Brenda gasps. Someone in the crowd claps and stops. Ava's face appears in the window, hands over her mouth. Jenkins is on his porch, no cane, eyes wide. The older officer, grizzled, calm, watches the rookie and says, take a breath. But the rookie's locked up, fear and training like anchors on his hands. Sarah's voice stays level. Now call your sergeant. Phones are up. Brenda struts closer. Older cop holds her back. Sarah turns to the rookie, Evan, using his name from the radio. Thank you for keeping your voice calm. I know your training. I respect it. I'm not your enemy. He looks 19 again. The older cop radios for the supervisor, tells Brenda, sidewalk. She rolls her eyes but steps back. The porch feels like a stage, every line too loud, too wrong. Just then, Jenkins stumbles on his porch steps, falls hard, shoulder, then head. Everything explodes. Neighbors screaming, sirens wailing, officers vaulting hedges, the whole scene fracturing. Medics rush in, crowd buzzing, Brenda shouting. This is what happens when people don't follow rules. My patient snaps. A man is hurt, and you're making speeches? I spit. Brenda fumbles for a comeback, but the moment's gone. Then, plain sedan pulls up. Out steps a quiet figure with a badge of their own, not gold like Sarah's, but official enough to make the rookie sweat. You need to release her now, the new arrival says. The rookie stalls, but the plainclothes badge is firm. Do it before you add obstruction to the mess. Medics work Jenkins. Crowd surges. Brenda shrieks. She's lying. Arrest them both. Phones catch every second. The air stinks of fear and fresh-cut grass. The rookie unlocks the cuffs. Click. Sarah rubs her wrists, just nods. Thank you, she says. The older cop bellows. Everyone back off. This is a medical scene, not a circus. Finally, the ambulance carries Jenkins away. His lips move. Thank you, I read. The rumor mill whirls. She's a cop. No, more than that. What did Brenda do? Sarah straightens. The crowd falls back. The supervisor arrives. Sergeant Miller. Boots heavy. Presence even heavier. Brenda launches into a wild accusation. She's impersonating an officer. Dangerous. Miller says nothing. Takes Sarah's ID. Reads it. Returns it. Voice quiet, but edged with respect. Sheriff Thompson, apologies for the cuffs. Gasps Ripple. Brenda laughs. Sheriff, do you hear that? Delusional. Miller ignores her, steps between Sarah and the crowd. Suddenly, a convoy of black SUVs rolls up, suits spill out. State task force, the kind that doesn't answer questions. Sheriff Thompson, we need to talk now. The tension cracks, neighbors melt away, even Brenda finally wilts. Sarah gives me a look. Go inside. Stay with Ava. I want to argue, but she's got that don't make me repeat it tone. The suits hustle her into an SUV. I stand frozen on the porch. Ava opens the door, tears in her eyes. Where's Mom going? She'll be back, I say, even as my insides twist. Then, sirens again. This time, shots fired, half a mile away, same direction as the convoy. The officers tear off. Brenda tries to shout one more time, but nobody's listening. The neighborhood's a war zone. Phones out, videos already trending, hashtags spinning the story wrong. 10 minutes pass, then a text from an unknown number. Stay inside. Do not interfere. My hands shake. Headlights again. SUV's back. A man in a black suit steps out, voice low. Your wife has enemies who don't play by the rules. They know where you live. And then, the SUV door opens. 2 men drag out a bloodied HOA board member. He whispers, Sheriff Thompson. She knows the files, before collapsing. The leader blocks me. He's evidence. My daughter cries upstairs. I'm told if I want Sarah back, I need to find her hidden files. Proof of corruption that started in our HOA but runs deeper, through officials, businessmen, all the way up. I find the case hidden in the old grandfather clock. Heavy, sealed, marked with a seal I don't recognize. The front door rattles with heavy knocks. Voices outside demand the files. A window smashes. Men in black, rifles drawn, storm the house. Harris, the officer who stayed behind, gets shot defending us. The men find the clock, but I've hidden the case. They turn their guns on me, on Ava. My heart stutters, every cell screaming to protect my girl. Then, Sarah's voice, clear, unbroken. Drop your weapons. She stands framed in the doorway, jacket torn, face smeared, sidearm drawn, voice iron. The intruders freeze, not expecting her, not alive, not here. When they hesitate, Sarah counts. 1, 2. One man flees. The other tries to aim, but she fires, with splinters. He drops the rifle, hands up. Officers swarm in. Sarah scoops Ava into her arms. I'm here, baby. I'll always come back for you. She turns to me, eyes haunted. We don't have much time. The case holds names, evidence, proof the HOA is a front, power running under lawns and mailboxes. They tried to silence me tonight, she whispers. More headlights, another knock, a stranger in a long coat. Sheriff Thompson, we need to talk. This fight's bigger than you now. Trust us, or you won't live to see the end of it. And right then, as Sarah stands between us and the world, the whole story cracks open. You tell me, what would you do? Where are you watching from tonight? If you made it this far, drop a comment. Was Sarah right to stand her ground? Or is there ever a point when following the rules matters more than doing what's right? Tell me your take. Justice, chaos, or something in between.